Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Games from Almost in Full Color. Anyone who has watched this channel before knows that I'm probably like your resident cloud gaming guy for this channel. Roger does cloud game as well, but I feel like I probably talk about it more than anyone else on this channel. Definitely more than Keith because he hates cloud gaming. So today's video, I just actually want to talk about what I believe is the best device you can have if you are a cloud gamer. Now, this is going to come from my perspective. I currently use GeForce Now Ultimate tier, which allows you to stream to your mobile device at 1080p, 120 frames per second. Now, that also classifies, not just phones, also tablets. So, I thought the Razer Edge handheld was actually going to fit the bill. I thought that was going to be like our top tier, our S tier of cloud gaming handhelds. And to be honest, I ended up just canceling my pre-order because I felt like it was a massive letdown for what they offered. I was expecting the Logitech G Cloud, but with better specs. And what we got was a tablet thrown in with the Razer Kishi V2 that they've been selling for a while. So I just felt like it was just really underwhelming. And I already have one of those expandable controllers that I can snap around my phone. So what am I going to buy that for? You're trying to sell me the same thing that we're already doing with our phones or other tablets with these controllers, and you're trying to sell it as if it's its own device. That's why I had to cancel the pre-order. I was massively let down with that. And like I said, since I want the 120 FPS, I can't get the Logitech G Cloud because it locks me at 60. And if I'm going to pay for GeForce Now Ultimate, it doesn't make sense to buy a device that can't fully support what GeForce Now is offering. So that led me into looking into phones. I actually right now I have the iPhone 14 Pro. And for anyone who has an iPhone and tries to cloud game, you know that we don't get the native apps. Those are only on Android because Apple hates people. No. Matter of fact, well, Apple hates anyone trying to sell things outside of the Apple store, so Apple doesn't get their cut. And that's why we don't have a native GeForce Now app, which means that I get locked at 60 frames per second, and it's like 720p on the iPhone because it's like a web app type thing. Now, that's not terrible. I mean, you think about the size of the iPhone screen, it's a relatively small screen for gaming, and 720p on a 6-inch screen, I mean, you're not going to tell much difference. It looks pretty good. I mean, the Steam Deck for reference is like 7 inches and it's 800p. So, I mean, you're right there in the ballpark. It's not like it looks horrible, but again, I mean, I can get 1080p at 120 frames per second with GeForce Now. I want a device that can support it. And that is what led me to this device. This is the OnePlus 10T 5G. Now, this device has a 1080p screen. It has a 120 hertz refresh rate, and it has probably one of the best features, especially if you're somebody who loves the cloud game or just loves the game, period, on a handheld. It charges at 165 watts. Like, that is nuts. This phone can literally die, and it will charge from 0 to 100% in about 27 minutes. And if you're cloud gaming on this, like I game on this, I've actually gamed on this until it died. I got about 10 hours of straight gameplay using GeForce Now, 1080p, 120 frames per second. I was playing Destiny, just grinding it out to see how long it would take me to kill this battery. It took about 10 hours. And I plugged it in, and it was charged up in less than 30 minutes, 100% ready to go again. That is why I say that right now, this is the best phone to cloud game on. Because not only do you get the best specs for cloud gaming, right now GeForce Now is offering the best 1080p at 120 FPS for mobile. You get those specs, but you also can literally bring your phone back to 100% charge for another 8-10 hours of gaming in less than 30 minutes, which no device out there is doing that right now. I don't care if you have the Logitech G Cloud, I don't care if you have the Razer Edge, Steam Deck, I don't care what you have to game on handheld. You're not getting that long of gaming and then being able to recoup right back to 100% in less than 30 minutes. That is freaking crazy. The best part of this is if you're a T-Mobile customer like myself, you can get this phone for absolutely free. If you open a new line, which is what I did, because I was actually going to get the 5G version of the Razer Edge. Now, that is exclusive to Verizon, and when I looked it up on Verizon, it was $600, but when you open up the line for it, the data line, they'll give it to you for $300 and you just pay that 300 over 24 months. The catch is the data plan is $70 a month, which is crazy. So T-Mobile was actually offering this phone for absolutely free if you sign up, obviously, for the 2 years on the new line. But it was only $30 for unlimited 5G everything. So for $30 a month, literally over the 2 years, I probably paid what, about $720, somewhere in that ballpark. Uh, Way less than I would be paying pretty much almost for what the Razor went for. I'll be able to get this phone and also have the data plan at the same time, which is nuts. Uh, if you're wondering on Verizon, you're going to pay well over 2,000 some dollars over the lifespan of that contract, as well as the equipment contract as well. So really, you can't miss when it comes to this device. I don't know, if this is being given away for free on other service providers. Obviously, I only have T-Mobile, so that's the one I looked into. So for all you avid cloud gamers out there, if you're looking for a device that can really just give you the max, of what cloud gaming offers right now, honestly, you cannot go wrong with the OnePlus 10T 5G. Peace.